Alright, so today we're going to be reviewing my 2010 Camaro SS. Alright, let's go ahead and start with the exterior. So we'll start with the wheels. So what we have here are 20-inch black wheels. These were OEM. Now the tires are not. These are Nitto 555 G2s. Honestly, it's a really good tire. Definitely better over stock from what I've seen. Now these were on the car when I bought it, but I haven't had any issues with them. Traction's been really good. They're 245s up front, and they are 275s in the rear. Let's see if I can get that on camera. It's down there. Let's see here. 275s. As far as calipers go, they're 14-inch calipers all the way around, 4-piston Brembos, and the Brembos, they stop pretty well when you really need them to. Luckily though, I've only really had to use that once. And tread life on these tires still going pretty strong, so I definitely recommend the tire. Another thing with the 2010 and 5th gens in general, right, we got these gills. Now my car is a little dirty there, but definitely a nice signature touch to throw back to 1969. Here in the back we've got the signature Ford tail lamps. They're kind of Corvette-esque, even though they're more squared off. Personally, I like these taillights more than the ones on the 2014s and 2015s. I'd even dare to say the 6th gens as well, but I won't go that far. Out back we've got a Flowmaster exhaust, which the previous owner installed. I don't know which system it is off the top of my head, but it does sound really good. You guys could hear from yesterday's video. And tomorrow, as we can see here, I'm going to go ahead and get the resonators and mufflers taken off, so it's going to be even louder. Let's go ahead and get a look at this interior. So it's a little dirty down there, just from shoes and stuff. It's a steering wheel. As much of a POE, I guess, as you could get. Yep, I drive the auto, and I'm not ashamed. And the back is extremely small. It's just to show you how much space or lack thereof. So it's like there's no leg room down there whatsoever. And if we're being completely honest, I've over, like, for a wedding for one of my friends, we had my tall friend up front, and we had my other friend who's about my size, it's actually a little bigger than me, sit in the back. And wasn't the greatest, but we made it work. I strongly recommend that if you're looking into getting a Camaro, that you're pretty much the only one driving this car, because you can have, you know, one friend, but please don't stick your friends in the back seat. It's not going to happen. I'm not even going to try to hop back there, try and fit, because I know it's going to be very uncomfortable, and I'm sure you guys have seen so many videos like that already. We have Boston over here. They actually sound really good considering the age. We have just the regular old radio, the auto. A neat feature, I think, is we have SS embroidered on the seats. It's always really cool. I'd say my only complaint of the interior personally is probably the seat bolsterings. They're not super aggressive. I would have liked more aggressive bolstering. To kind of put in perspective, when I was shopping around, I sat, because I was also looking at Challenger SRT8s. The Challenger and the Charger, for that matter, they just have better bolstered seats. They feel like they hug you a bit more. Now I know I'm a little smaller at 5'8", but still, like, those seats, even then, hugged in real snug. These are a little looser, so if you're bigger, that's nice, but I would have liked more aggressive bolstering, especially on the SS model. Like, these would be nice seats for, you know, your standard V6, but I just felt like for 2010 they should have given us a little bit more as far as seating goes. In the back here, this back right, you can see it's a terrible blind spot, but personally what I do here, let's see if I can get a POV view here. So when I'm driving the car, shut this door here, I'm driving the car, if I'm ever coming across like blind spots or whatever, I've pretty much got my mirror set to where if, like, I'll be able to see a car in the side view mirror here, see it out back. If I can see it out back, that means I can pass it. And then if I'm looking back here, I can obviously pass it. If I notice that, like, if I'm fairly confident there's a car in the left side view mirror, like right here, and I can't see it, you know, because of the blind spot, it's really not that much of a hassle to just, like, look over your shoulder right there. It's honestly, like, the Camaro gets a really bad rap for interior visibility, and, you know, considering I've been in the Challenger as well, which has the same issues out back, just a bigger windshield up front. I've also been in my brother's Mustang, and it's honestly, I think the reviewers are more nitpicky than anything else. The interior's not too terrible a place to be. We have our glove box right here, and then we also have a decent sized console where you can stick all your receipts and stuff, and those masks that nobody really likes to use. So that's the interior of the car. Let's go ahead and check out underneath the hood. Alright guys, let's go and pop this hood and look at that V8 glory. Alright, so what the previous owner did, which I thought was really cool, was he went ahead and color matched the engine bay, having these painted, and then obviously we have this cold air intake. So this is the L99 motor, which is rated, we know, at 400 horsepower. The LS3 is obviously 426, just because it's got, you know, more aggressive camshaft and whatnot. But so this cold air intake is actually good for 20 to 25 horsepower, according to the website. Now I don't think that they make these anymore. I think you can still find them, maybe secondhand, but on top of that, you know, we have that exhaust that runs out back. So this one says it gets me 20 to 25. The exhaust is about 10 to 15 according to Flowmaster. So I'd be willing to bet that I'm somewhere between 420 and 440 if we're just, you know, going on the conservative and the more aggressive end. Honestly, the engine's really fun to drive. It's got that classic V8 sound, classic LS sound. Now let's talk about some races, right? So I've come across my fair share of Mustangs, like pre-2010, post-2010. I've also come across plenty of BMWs, and also I'd mentioned Challengers that I've kind of spanked. So the one that I'm most proud of, though, which I think was just sheer luck, but I'm still going to take it, was I I basically raced at a stoplight a Boss 302 and I beat him. Now, the guy may have not known how to like shift his car. We probably went from a dig, it was about 0 to 80, I'd say, and I put about a car and a half on him. I really think it just comes down to the guy didn't know how to shift his car. He, like, even if we're saying that, you know, I'm making 440 crank, Boss 302 makes 444, he's still lighter, but nonetheless, like, I was proud to take that dub. A couple days ago, there was some kid in his dad's Beamer, and I smoked him just off of a roll. We probably went from, I'd say, 20 to 80, just off of divided highway. That was really cool. As far as plans go for this engine, right? So I said in my other video, I'm thinking either heads and cam, or I'll take an LT5 with the trans, the connect and cruise system that Chevy does, and I'll stick an LT5 under this hood, except I'll probably have to get a new hood to fit all that. But I think that would be cool if I could do an LT5 running 755 horsepower, and then on top of that I was thinking of swapping the suspension, get like a Z28 suspension or just something overall tighter, because there is some, it's not terrible, but there is still like some body roll in this car on turns. I don't want to discount it, so here's another story. We have this road over here, it's basically like a 90-degree turn, not entirely though, but it's a really tight turn. They say you're supposed to go like 30 miles an hour on it, at least that's what's posted. I was getting pretty gutsy when I first got this car, and I was like, let's just see, you know, how fast I can go, how hard this car can hold on. I took that turn at 60 miles an hour, actually 62, because I was trying to beat out one of my friends, and I did. Just kind of proves chargers are boats. I took that turn at 62 miles an hour, the car held on nice and tight. But I'll tell you what, I don't know if I want to go that fast or any sort of equivalent on a turn like that with this suspension again, because it was just like a little nerve-wracking. So I definitely want to tighten things up. Overall, like, considering at the price that I got this car and the condition that I got this car, which will probably be for another video, like, I'm extremely happy with what I was able to come across and buy. I mean, we're talking neighborhood of 420 to 440 horsepower for not a whole lot of money, and the car, its look is timeless. Like, you'll be hard pressed to find the performance. It's such a great car, such a great bang for the buck. Also, I kind of want to point out, you guys probably could tell earlier, but previous owner blacked out the Chevy emblem up front, and he also did it out back. I think it really just makes the car look really mean. I mean, it's blacked out pretty much, and then, I mean, black with the yellow just looks so good. Like, I don't even think camera quite does it justice, and I know it certainly doesn't do it justice when I started up with the exhaust and everything. But that's my review for the 2010 Camaro SS. If you guys enjoyed, go ahead, drop a like or a comment, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. There's more content to come. I can't wait to share it all with you guys. Take care and have a great day.